How you doing? Kabam did not tell us Hercules got a buff. So this, when I was watching Nick 136 Black Tarantula gameplay, it reminded me of Hercules, like, because somebody in the comment section said like, Black Tarantula's survivability is broken. Like how? I would be shocked if a 5-star Black Tarantula could do 7.2.6 flare node. Okay, a 5-star, I would be shocked. Okay, with no boost. I did that with a 4-star. Okay, so then I went back to my realistic new account challenge with the 5-star Hercules, and I did okay. And I realized when I did this, this is the pre-buff version. So we're gonna look at the pre-buff version and the buff version. So let's first take a look at the pre-buff version. So keep in mind here, I am running damage mastery, and I'm slightly boosted, as you can see. So this is the pre-buff version, and you look. And I want you guys to pay attention to my PI as well. I have 38,000 PI. So see, my gameplay is actually pretty solid so far, and this is the pre-buff version. Uh, let's take a look at it. Something else to note besides the flare node, it has physical resistance, energy resistance, and critical resistance. So I kept looking at the nodes. I thought it was just like I'm getting plus 300% attack. So why is my damage so weak? Okay, so this is like what's going on? Okay, so I let's fast forward. So I keep playing again. Okay, keep playing, and then I'm gonna pause the video again and look like what's going on. Why is my damage so weak? I'm supposed to get plus 300% attack, as you could see from the flare node, but then because of physical resistance and critical resistance, it's 90% reduce, right, or increase in that case. So it's like that's why Hercules damage is so bad. Like what's going on, you know? So we're just gonna fast forward. Okay. So there you go. I do have the Heimdall synergy. So let's go. So keep in mind, this is the pre-buff Hercules, all right? So let's take a look at it. So for some reason, the pre-buff, when it comes to special 3, it bypasses the resistance for some reason. I have no idea why. But here, I pretty much messed up. And this is the pre-buff version. So I should have threw my oh no, I did messed up, but I do get the solo here as far as I know. Okay, but look at how bad, look how slow the time is. Okay, look at how slow the time it took me. Oh shoot! Ah dang, that was quick. Ugh. Look at that, a minute and 32. So it took 92 seconds. That is very slow, considering that I'm using a max 6-star boosted damage mastery synergies, 92 seconds with plus 300% attack. It's because of the resistance, the critical resistance and the physical resistance. Okay, now let's look at the buff version. So this is the buff version, but this time I do have collectives, but it's only level 13. Okay, when it comes to collectives, and I'm not using synergies, I'm not using boosts as well. So then look at my PI, it's only 37,000. Okay, so lower PI than the pre-buff. So this is the buff version. As you can see, the same nodes, they didn't nerf the nodes, it's still the same, no synergy, no boost. Okay, even though I have collective, since I'm not using boost or synergies, as you could see, and I'm only collective level 13, that my PI is lower than the pre-buff version, and this is the buff version. Okay, keep that in mind. we'll see the time, and you'll be shocked. Okay, um when you see the time difference. And the crazy part is, for the 5 people that are gonna see the whole thing, it gets crazier once it gets those persistent charge. It's like he ignores critical resistance, and especially and for sure physical resistance. And let's look at the time. Look at that, 43 seconds. Okay, we can go back to see the pre-buff. This is the buff version. Just look at the time difference. A minute and 32, 43 seconds. So this is 92 seconds, 43 seconds. So less than half the time when it comes to the buff version. The buff version pretty much, for some reason, ignores like at least the physical resistance and maybe even critical resistance, which is crazy. Okay, let's look at some more fights, and we're gonna even compare it with the 5 star. I just want to compare it. This is the buff version, and this is the 5 star. And look at my PI, less than half of the pre-buff version. And I do have collectives, but as you know, this is my realistic new account challenge. Can I become elder in 1 year? So I'm only level 2 when it comes to the collectives. Okay, so we're gonna compare it with the when it comes to the pre-buff, and this is the 5 star, and I am not running damage mastery either, so keeping that in mind. So I was using the 6 star and with damage mastery. This is without damage mastery and the 5 star, as you could see by the PI, less than half of the pre-buff version. So let's see. So I didn't get the solo here, but look at the time. Okay, look at the time. I'm not gonna like, I'll I'll skip some part of the video, but just for the people that are skeptic, like, oh, you didn't get buff, no way. And so we're just gonna watch the as much as possible, just in case people are skeptic about, did Hercules get a buff, or was it just your gameplay was just not as good. Okay, so we're gonna look at it. So in here I did messed up. I don't know if I could have got a solo, but it would have been, I say, very close. Should have backed up right there. So let's see. Oh no, so fast. Should have fast forward there. Okay, this is the 5 star without damage mastery. Keep that in mind. A minute and 6. Okay, yes, I still got 23% health, but what was it, 92 seconds? This is 63 seconds. So basically, if you do the math, this is pretty much about the same time it took the 6 star to finish 100% health. Okay, and this is the 5 star without damage mastery. So we're back to the pre-buff Hercules. As you can see, I am using full synergy, I'm boosted, and I'm running damage mastery as well. And I'm actually gonna increase my boost here because, like, for some reason, I'm just like, my damage is just not doing. It's just like, what is going on with my damage, bro? Like, where's my damage? And as you know, it's because this is the pre-buff, and it's because of the physical resistant for sure, and probably the critical resistant as well. So this is the pre-buff. Let's take a look at it, see how well I do. Okay, and you can see my PI, I'm over 41,000, and this is the pre-buff, and I'm going to show you the post-buff. Look at his PI, it's lower than this, and he's going to be able to solo this. I actually soloed all three fights with the buff version of Hercules without itemless, I believe. No itemless, no synergy as well. So as you could see, I didn't get the solo. I got what? Let's see. I only got him to 65, so it only took 35% in 39 seconds. So this is the pre-buff. So let's look at the buff version. Okay, so we're gonna look at the buff version. As you can see, I'm doing this itemless and even without synergy. Okay, and you can see by my PI, it's only what, 37,000 compared to like 41,000 is because I'm not boosted. I don't have synergies as well. I am with collectives, but you're gonna see the difference, okay? We're gonna compare the time later after this fight, and I'm gonna get this solo. Spoiler alert: I'm actually solo. I soloed all three fights with Hercules without boost, with no synergy, with the buff version. By the way, okay. So let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Pow, pow. Okay, come on. 33 seconds. Okay, I had 100% health in 33 seconds. All right, we're gonna compare this. This is the buff version. You can see a big difference. I got him down to only 65% health in 39 seconds. So I took 35% of his health in 39 seconds with the pre-buff. And look at the buff version. 33 seconds. It's not only faster time. Look at the difference. Like I took only at almost at less, like a little bit over a third of his health compared to taking all of his health in a faster time. It is crazy. Okay, let's look at the last one. We're not gonna show the 5 star because the 5 star I didn't do so well. Okay. So we're gonna look at the pre-buff version. As you can see, I'm using full synergy as well as I'm boosted as well. So let's look at the pre-buff version, okay? So crazy part about this is, as far as I know, Kabam didn't say anything about it. Let me know if you heard. Did Kabam say something about Hercules getting a buff? As far as I know, I didn't know anything about it. Let me know if you do. So let's see. This is the pre-buff version. So definitely shouldn't throw my special 2 there, but let's take a look at the look at that. It was that 20, it got him down to 80% health. Okay, 79% health. All right, let's look at it. And this is the pre-buff version. To 20, I got him down to 79% health in 25 seconds with the pre-buff version. All right. Now let's take a look at the buff version. Okay. So we're gonna look at the buff version right here. And this is without synergies, without boost. So keep that in mind. I do have level 13 collectives, but as you can see by my PI, it's lower than the pre-buff version with boost and synergy. So let's see my time, okay, and how much health would I able to do. So let's see. Okay, there it is. All right, let's see it. Okay, 18 seconds. You see that? That is insane. Okay, so I did it 7 seconds faster and I got 100% health compared to where I only got him to 79% health. Took 21% of his health in 25 seconds with the pre-buff Hercules. This is the buff version. Okay, and look, you want to be see something even more crazier? Let's look at the 5 star. So spoiler alert, this is the buff version and I am using the 5 star. And I did solo this with the 5 star buff version of Hercules. And you can see by my PI, and I'm not running damage mastery here. So I'm using a 5 star and I'm not running damage mastery. Keep that in mind. This is the buff version. Keep in mind the pre-buff version, I was running damage mastery and I was using a 6 star. So let's do a comparison and look at the buff version. And really just surprised, like, wow, what kind of buff did they do? So when it comes to his buff, it doesn't seem like they double his damage, and I think people would have noticed that. If for some reason he's able to ignore at least physical resistance with his buff. Oh, I got lucky here, and maybe possibly even critical resistant as well. So it's pretty good. Let's look at the time. 25 seconds. Okay, keep in mind this is the 5 star. Okay, so with I did pretty much 5 times the health of the buff version with the pre-buff version with the 6 star in a faster time. Let's look at it again, or the same time, okay, which is insane. Okay, let's. So this is the pre-buff, 25 seconds, 79% health. This is the buff version, okay, 18 seconds, okay. I'm able to solo Spider-Man, okay, and this is the 5 star, 25 seconds. I was able to solo it. 5 star, same time, but I was able to solo it. And this is the 6 star with damage mastery pre-buff, okay, and this is without damage mastery and the 5 star at the same time, and I was able to solo it, which is insane how buff his buff is. He pretty much turns into like Mr. Sinister. He just ignores the nodes. uh I even faster than Mr. Sinister. Let me just show you, compare Hercules to the most balanced champion in MCOC. So we're gonna compare Hercules to the most balanced champion in MCOC. To be compared to the most balanced champion in MCOC, that is pretty amazing. I think that is pretty cool. I think. So we're just gonna fast forward it. So as you can see, we're gonna fast forward it. This is the Havoc fight. Okay, so let's fast forward again. All right. Okay, so let's do a time comparison. Okay, let's see how fast can the most balanced champion do this. Okay, all right, let's see. Okay, mm-hmm. Do 31 seconds. So to be fair, as you can see, I was this is not this this is that. Let's just look at the time. Let's just do a comparison. Look at my the most balanced champion, Mr. Sinister's time versus Hercules buff. 25 seconds versus 31 seconds. So for Hercules buff, as good it is, it's really amazing. I think he somehow ignores critical resistance, I think, and I definitely physical resistance when it comes to his buff. But to be fair to Mr. Sinister, it was nowhere near max ramped up. Max ramped up Mr. Sinister, the most balanced champion in the game, could do it in half the time. But still, Hercules faster time than Mr. Sinister. So what do you think about Hercules' buff? Thank you.